Movie Tree.
Howdy, branches, and welcome to, you guessed it, another episode of the Movie Tree podcast.
I thought you were going to get the number correct to start with. Then.
No, that's your job.
Okay, sorry.
What's the number? What are we on?
96.
Oh, you ready to get this one in? You
Yes.
ready to get some higher learning?
Yes.
Some lower learning.
Yes, that too.
So we're doing The Faculty.
We are
today.
doing The Faculty
The
from-
1999? 1998. Cult classic? I feel like it's liked.
I'll accept the cult bit. Don't know if it's a classic.
Can you be a cult non-classic?
I feel like to be a cult classic, a lot of people have to at least know about you, even if you haven't seen it. And I don't think a lot of people know about this.
Fair enough, I'll take that.
So we got here by climbing the Famke Janssen branch. I mean, I wouldn't mind climbing the Famke Janssen. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, she played Jean Grey in X-Men, and she plays Miss Burke in The Faculty.
Yeah.
When did you first see this one?
I believe I brought this one on DVD originally. I don't think I went and saw this. I don't think I went and saw this at the cinemas. What about you?
Did go and see this at the cinemas.
And?
Oh yeah, loved it. Loved it way back. Yes,
it was good early on. Yeah.
I had it. I went to the cinemas. I had it on video, and then I had it on DVD.
Wowee, bit of a love relationship.
A little bit.
It, huh?
Oh yes, and we'll get to it because IMDb 6.6, which is respectable. I feel
it's not bad.
Rotten Tomatoes 58%, critics 57% audience.
Okay, so
So
everyone's
not fresh.
really on the fence.
Really on the fence. On a budget of 15 mil, it made 40 mil.
Ooh, bit of money.
Tiny
Bit of money.
yeah.
Tiny bit.
63rd at the box office for that year.
99 was it?
Yeah, 98
98.
into 99. Yeah, top
Anywhere in the 90s. You
top
can struggle.
three: Armageddon, Saving Private Ryan, and Godzilla.
Oh, how didn't it stand up against that?
Yeah, almost the same movie, isn't it? Released on the 12th of November 1998. This is just our third movie from 1998,
Yep.
joining The Wedding Singer and Patch Adams. Runtime of an hour and 44 minutes. Produced by Dimension Films. Awards, much like X-Men, nominated for a bunch of blockbuster and teen choice guff. Directed by, and I forgot this, Robert Rodriguez.
I forgot this as well, and it popped up. I'm like,
Yep.
wowee. There you go.
So obviously Desperado, From Dusk Till Dawn, all the Spy Kids, the Sin City, Planet Terror, the Machetes, and Alita Battle Angel. A couple of tidbits here. So in 1990, David Wechter and Bruce Kimmel wrote their first draft of this script and sent it out.
Yep.
But there were no buyers. It wasn't until after the success of Scream that Miramax bought the script and rushed it into production. Bob Weinstein and Harvey Weinstein brought in Kevin Williamson to do rewrites. He wrote Scream and all the other Scream movies.
Yep.
Keeping the basic story but rewriting the dialogue and adding new characters to make it more hip. Originally, Williamson was set to direct the film, but he chose not to so he could direct his self-penned script, Teaching Mrs. Tingle, which I actually quite like.
Hey, I
That's a good
remember
movie, that
Teaching
one.
Mr. Tingle.
The Weinsteins brought in Robert Rodriguez to direct the film instead.
The Weinsteins. Yeah. There's a name that'll
What
never
happened?
be
Whatever
tarnished.
happened to them?
Probably still making films.
Yeah, probably under pseudonyms or something. Harvey Weinstein or something. Whiny Harpenstein. The cast, young cast, it must be said. Jordana Brewster in her first ever theatrical role, 18. Claire Duval, 21. Laura Harris, 22. Josh Hartnett, 20. Sean Hatosi, 23. Selma Hayek, 32. Famke Janssen, 34. Christopher McDonald, 43. Robert Patrick, 40. Usher, 20. And Elijah Wood, 17.
Salma Hayek, 32.
Yeah. Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, so she would have just been in, what, From Dusk Till Dawn?
And Desperado.
Desperado, yeah. Okay, yep.
Skinning the Smoke Wagon last week, you said it would be a 3.5, 3.5. I said about a 3.7.
Yep.
The back of that, can I please have your thoughts and score out of 5?
It is not that. The start of this film is a stylish horror, and the end of it is a poor man's The Thing, with a cast that failed at that horribly. The storyline is pretty cool, and the ever-lurking evil is well done. You can tell that they tried to have an edgy 90s soundtrack to go with the film, but I don't think it landed. There's some good songs, but a lot more that didn't really take off. I love the school setting, like all around the school and like the gym and the pool and all that. That's fantastic. A brilliant place to have a movie. The dialogue is very outdated, and a lot of the character interactions that aren't about that lurking evil are bordering on cringy.
Yep.
Like, I love it when they're talking about, oh, it could be them, it could be this, but when they're like, hey, I'm sort of feeling like I don't fit in here. You're like, oh my God, stop. Please stop.
Yeah.
There's a couple of scenes that are really hard to watch, but for some reason, this film, it's still watchable.
It's weird, isn't it? It's a weird juxtaposition.
I'm watching this, I'm like, this is really bad, but I'm still enjoying it.
Yep.
And that gives it a score of 2.6.
2.6, okay.
So, what about you, mate?
Nostalgia. It's a funny thing, isn't it?
It's a son of a bitch.
It is the biggest double-edged sword I think I've ever come across, and it's like I think it's the biggest discovery I've made since we started doing this podcast.
It hurts.
When I picked this film, I was like, "Fuck yes, hell yes, this is going to be great." I love this movie. Boy, was I wrong. Well, there were still elements of this that I enjoyed, mainly a couple of the performances and the tension, suspense. Like you said, the build up and the who is it, who done it,
Yeah.
who's behind it, and all that. That was really well done. As soon as CGI was presented in this movie, it went down faster than a $2 hooker on New Year's Eve. It was a real product of its time. Like you say, the dialogue is dated. The soundtrack, I understand what you're saying is 100% correct. They tried to jam in this hip 90s soundtrack, and there were times they're like, oh fuck, we got a song that we haven't used. We should put it somewhere, and they just whacked it in. And they would whack in I think the opening scene has 3 songs in it within the space of 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Stick to one, dude. That's all you need.
It is. They tried to create a soundtrack.
Like you said, a real product of its time, and it doesn't hold up as much as I really hoped it would have. So for me, it's a 2.9 out of 5.
Oh, okay. Well, close.
So that gives it a 2.75,
Yep.
which puts it equal with Encino Man and Charlie's Angels, but puts it above those because of the IMDb score. So it puts it 78th on our scale.
I'd watch both of those before this.
I don't
know
think
you don't
I
watch
wouldn't.
Charlie's
Not
Angels.
Charlie's Angels.
Yeah. I gave that a high rating and you gave that
did.
a low one.
Exactly. Can I have your best on ground, please, sir?
Oh, you sure can. I had to give it to Robert Patrick as Coach Joe Alice.
right.
I thought he was good without anyone in this movie really being good. It was a grab, but I thought he played that, like I said, the lurking evil. I thought he played it best. And
Yep.
there's nothing more scary when he turns into not the psycho. He's like, that's fine. Something's going on in your life that I don't know about.
Yeah.
Have a good one. You're like, oh, that's creepy. Well done, Robert Patrick.
Yeah.
What about you?
I'm going to disagree with you a little bit.
Okay.
I thought there was one standout in this entire movie, and his name is Frodo Baggins.
Oh, you're kidding.
I really liked Elijah.
kidding.
I liked Elijah Wood's performance. I think he stood out.
Yeah, stood out as shit.
Oh, okay. Whatever.
I do not agree.
Okay, that's fine. You don't have to.
No, hey, relax, brother.
You fucking. What are you doing with that knife?
Put down the bottle opener.
Hans, what is this? Worst on ground, please.
I gave it to, it could have been the whole cast,
Oh,
but Daniel von Bargen as Mr. Tate.
No.
So everyone who plays the taken over by the aliens, they've got it inside them,
Yep.
did really well, especially like Miss Drake.
Yep.
And even others, and they have this slow, solemn, like, not solemn.
Mrs.
but-
Olsen, too, the older teacher.
Their
Yeah.
turn is almost scary and relaxed. But there is this one scene, and they're like, all right, Daniel von Bargen, we need you to play the same thing that Patrick has played, and
Yeah.
all these guys have played, and they've played it like real stoic and looking at you and scary and, what is it, roboticized.
Yeah.
And when he drinks that thing, the test is now.
Yeah.
And he does that, and he drinks the water, and they're like,
Yeah.
is this going to be on the test, sir?
This is a test.
This is the test. And his eyes and everything are moving. I'm like,
Yeah.
what, did he get a fucking alien with ADD or something? It's like, pull up, Daniel. Just
Yeah.
relax and act like every other actor
Yep.
who is taken over by an alien.
Yep.
I just...
Cool, calm, and collected they were.
Yeah, and he really stands out as not that.
Yep.
When he's one scene.
Yep.
So I don't know if they shot his first
Don't know.
or... Yeah, I know you don't know.
No, don't know.
I didn't ask you.
Okay.
I didn't fucking ask you.
Okay, bro. Fuck.
I said I didn't fucking ask
All right,
you.
put down the bottle opener again.
I'm opening a bottle. which is your head? Who you got? Who you got?
I said you could throw a blanket over pretty much everyone else in the cast.
They were all so bad. They all had real bad moments.
I've got dishonourable mentions to Usher. How he ever got another role beyond this is fucking beyond me.
Because obviously she's all that.
Jordana Brewster, I know this is her first role, but she was horrible as well. But for me, it was Laura Harris as Mary Beth Louise Hutchinson.
Yeah, she was bad.
She was horrible.
Yep.
And she's always, in my mind, I've never liked her performance.
Is there something about Jordana Brewster that looks like she has a filter on?
Yes.
Is her skin so perfect?
It's like they used the Mexico filter on just her.
Yeah, that she looks like...
She looks like she's airbrushed.
Yeah, she looks airbrushed.
Yeah.
I'd have to meet Jordana Brewster in person and be like, holy shit.
Think back to the first Fast movie. She looked exactly the same. But then by about the fifth Fast movie, you can see she's starting to age a bit.
Yeah.
And the lines are starting to crack
It's like
a bit.
because she just hit 50? Or?
Yeah. No, God, no. She was fucking 18 when she did this. Did you have a play of the day?
It was hard.
Oh, yes,
It was really hard.
Absolutely.
So I had to go with the whole starting sequence where I was excited about the film.
Yep.
So
well, you were full of hopes and dreams.
I was, and they had the banger song hitting with Offspring and the football playing and Robert Patrick getting in there giving the
Just
whole
yelling, yeah.
Varsity Blues. I didn't tell you to do this, boy. Get up my goddamn field. Snap the clipboard on his leg. Like, I'm excited about this, and I'm excited about the vibe and the way Stan looked at him like, I want to fucking kill you.
Yeah.
And he's like, what are you going to do about it, boy? Come on.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yep.
Like, that was the highest this film went.
Yep.
And then right down.
Yeah.
Elevator going down. What about you?
Along the same vein, I had You Can't Go Past the Friday Night Lights in an American football town.
Yes, that was my second option.
Yeah. It just looks like if you're, I would love to experience that just once in my life. Go to some small high school town,
Texas.
and experience that on a Friday night. That rapture and that scene. Like, this is a high school, but they got this high school's got no money. We find out early in the movie there's no money for anything.
Yeah.
But the football team gets what they want, and they got fucking pyro and fireworks and
you feel like that is all Texas America, yeah?
Yeah.
Like, I'd love to go there, and I'd even love to hear, like, the little sister being like, I want to read my book.
yeah.
We ain't reading books tonight. It's Friday night. We're watching your brother play wide receiver, third string.
He might get some minutes.
Daddy, he don't even play, but he might. Don't you turn on your brother
Them
like
two
that.
other boys can do their knees.
If Jesus is behind your brother, they will both do their knees.
See, I feel like watching Varsity Blues now. Right, storyline. When Casey Connor, Harrington High School's newspaper photographer, witnesses the murder of a nurse and sees her alive again, he decides to investigate the bizarre happenings.
That's not the film.
That's not... Well, it happens.
It happens, but that's
It's not really
the film.
the catalyst for what happens. It's
If I was going to write this, it'd be like alien infiltrates school secretly.
Alien parasites take over a high school, yeah.
Causing paranoia and whodunits.
Yes.
Like...